the best electric trike for hills. Stick around to see it. Hey everyone, I'm Dustin. I have 20 years experience in the bike and e-bike industry, and today I'm gonna show you the best electric trike for hills. Now, before I get into it, hit that subscribe button below. Stay in touch with us here at 630. Be the first to know about all the new content we're putting out, and of course, new product releases. All right, this is the Simple Glide dual motor, dual battery that is amazing for hills, and it's linked in the description if you wanna check it out. Now, a lot of riders want to take their trikes out on hills, and maybe they are concerned about getting up these hills. And if you're a rider, 225 pounds and up, you are going to require more power than someone who's 225 pounds and below to get up hills. Now, the tricky part of all of this is that in order for your e-trike to be legally okay on pavements like bike lanes and streets, you have to adhere to the local laws. In many states, the motor has to be 750 watts or less, and it has to go no more than 20 miles an hour when you just use the throttle and 28 miles an hour in pedal assist. Now, there are some states that allow up to 1,000 watts of power, but California is not one of those states. So with that said then, basically most of the 750 watt e-trikes out there are gonna all perform about the same on hills. Now, with one caveat, a mid-drive motor will provide the most torque. So it's not as commonly found that e-trikes have mid-drive motors because they are a little more expensive. But if you're trying to stay within those legal limits, you want 750 watts of power, I would say look for a mid-drive if you're gonna take on a lot of hills. Now, we don't offer currently a mid-drive e-trike. We do have our rear hub motors, which would be the next best option for climbing hills. The other thing you wanna pay attention to is the weight of the trike, right? The biggest impact actually going up a hill is gonna be the weight of the rider, but if your body weight is what it is, the only next thing you control is the weight of the trike. So if you have a 750 watt trike where all things are created equal between two different trikes and one weighs less than the other, then yes, the one that weighs less is going to get up that hill quicker. The other thing to think about is the tire width. The tire width has a big impact when climbing hills. The fatter the tire, the harder it's gonna be for that trike to climb the hill because of the extra friction on the street and the extra width of the tire. So again, all things created equal, 750 watt motor versus 750 watt motor. One has a 2-inch tire, one has a 4-inch tire. Motors are the same. The 2-inch tire one will climb that hill quicker. So just important things to know. Now, the Simple Glide dual motor is the ultimate option. However, again, you cannot turn on both motors to climb hills in bike lanes or in streets, right? Because now you're gonna take the power from 750 watts to 1,500 watts. So you have the option of switching. So you can keep it street legal by just using that one rear 750 watt motor. It's a 750 watt motor in the rear and a 750 watt motor in the front. Sorry, reverse that. So you can have a maximum power output of 1,500 watts. If you're going on hills off-roading, this is a great trike for climbing hills. If you're on hard-packed trails, dirt trails, you name it, you can turn on both motors and you can fly up hills. Even for riders 250 to 300 pounds, this just makes it like a dream to cruise around. Now, I say that also because pay attention to where you're riding. If it's a national park or even trails within a city, sometimes they do regulate on the trails what you can and can't do. So just be certain that they don't have their own local forest preserve rules, things of that nature. But if you're on property you know to be private, or it's just out of a jurisdiction of a national parks or something, then you can open it up, turn on both these motors, and make hill climbing super, super easy. Now, that's going to be true for any dual motor trike. And also is going to be true that if you're exceeding the power limit of what's legal, now all of a sudden it's not going to be classified as an e-bike or e-trike. And that's on you to make sure you adhere to those laws. Because honestly, in San Clemente, they have started ticketing people on e-bikes that are going in excess of the legal speeds. And now the law enforcement's actually starting to realize, what can make a certain e-bike or e-trike be illegal, perform illegally. So I just want to be clear about that. But again, you get onto the off-road trails and having that extra power is really a dream. If you want to stay in the legal limits, look for a mid-drive. If you're going to do a lot of on-street climbing, now again, the mid-drives are going to be more expensive than either the rear hub or the front hub. So it's something to think about. But if you are a heavier rider and you're going to do a lot of hills, then maybe you do want to look at that mid-drive option. So hope that helps. If you have any other questions, please comment below or reach out to us, theteam at sixthreezero.com, or call us 310-982-2877. Simple Glide dual motors linked in the description if you want to check it out. In addition to that, we offer a 30-day test ride your e-trike policy. If you don't love it in the first 30 days, send it back. No questions asked, no money out of your pocket. We're also going to warranty everything for 1 year. Anything goes wrong in the first year, we'll take care of it, parts and labor. And if you want to come out for a test ride, we're here at San Clemente, California at 1046 Calle, Recodo Unit K. Come test ride any of our e-trikes before you purchase to ensure you're making the right choice. Also join our community before you purchase. We have a Facebook group with thousands of members in it. Join the group before you purchase to talk to existing riders to, again, ensure you're making the right choice. Then when you have yours, post in the group, make friends, and finally download the app to track your rides and compete on the leaderboard. So thanks for sticking around, and don't forget, it's your journey or experience. Enjoy the ride.